Happy Mother's Day to all the incredible moms out there. Your strength and love inspire us every day. Cheers to you and all that you do. From Get Docked. And on with episode 3, The Kingmaker. All right. Welcome back to Get Docked, episode 3, season 1. We are going to be talking about The Kingmaker. This is serious. It gets deep.
Very depressing.
It is a sadder one.
This one is a more serious episode. Feel free. That was your warning. Who wants to start? There you go.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need.
Yikes.
The Philippines.
Filipino.
So The Kingmaker, you can watch it on Showtime.
Yeah.
It is about, well, it starts out talking about, was it Imelda Marcos?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Evil.
I mean, not how they first portrayed her. They kind of ease her in like this empathetic, nice lady who gives money to poor people.
Yeah, and they have her like driving around this vehicle and people are running up to her and throwing her hands in the air and she's tossing them money and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And she's like looking at how like bad the city is and like these parks and how just they're just in horrible condition. She's like, when I was in power, it wasn't this bad. And she just had this constant worried look on her face the whole time.
She was very concerned about how things looked not beautiful.
Well, you know, the fact that she can't even connect the dots or she just refuses to, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
It kind of pulls you out of the whole thing and it's like, if you can't understand that you helped cause a lot of these problems, then there's not much we can do for you.
But then if you don't know anything about her or you're watching it for the first time and then you see this intro with this lady who's like dressed nice, walking around, going to this hospital, looking so fragile and like crying, about to cry, that face, it was just the whole documentary is just like this poor rich lady. And then, it starts off with her being like, oh, my people. And then, you really get the truth.
Yeah, for those of you who are like me, I don't know anything about really the Philippines at all. I'm not super well versed in the politics and who the important names are. So Imelda Marcos was the first lady of the Philippines. She was married to one of the presidents. His name escapes me right now, but the last name Marcos.
I think it's Ferdinand.
Ferdinand?
Yeah,
Yes,
Ferdinand
because
Marcos.
Bong Bong is actually junior. So Ferdinand Marcos. And he ruled for, 21 years?
It's like 21
Yeah,
years.
21
And
years.
14 of those, as a bonus, was martial law.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Martial law. It did not go very well for, general Philippine residents.
Yeah.
Unless you had money, you were part of the in crowd, your life was not great.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
Imelda Marcos seemed to benefit greatly from the power her husband had.
Mm-hmm.
She also seemed to be sort of a catalyst for it. She helped him get to that position. When she married him, he was only a congressman.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a congressman. But
And
they
she-
married like super quick.
Yeah.
Right?
11 days.
11 days.
11 days. And she was like, I need some of that power.
I need to lock it down.
Because wasn't she also like Miss Philippines?
She was
or
Miss
something?
was.
Philippines, and that's how she gained his attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most positive thing I can say about that woman is that she was beautiful young. I was like, wow, okay, all right. That's the only thing that's positive.
She was very stunning, and she caught a lot of people's eyes. And I think that helped her kind of manipulate her way into the position she had, because from what I understand, she did grow up poor.
Yeah.
Oh, and she was
her mother-
adopted.
her mother passed away at a young age. She was adopted, so her circumstances weren't great. So I assume she wanted to fix her station in life, and she very much did that, but at a cost,
Yeah.
to the people around her, to her country,
And I think that was one of the things that she just did not want to ever admit is the fact that she was just pulling resources from everybody around her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I think she was just under the understanding that, you know, they own the country, so everything is theirs.
There was a disconnect between what their position was and what she felt she was. She mentioned many times that she is the mother of all people, the mother of her country. She is, as a mother, taking care of everybody and spreading love, which her love was kind of toxic. She just kind of came in and did what she did what she wanted. I don't know if she was as vicious when she first got into power with her husband, but I feel like things took a super fast downturn when he cheated on her with an actress, and she put a tape recorder under the bed.
That was wild. She got whatever she wanted after that. I think that was like...
That was when she really flipped that switch.
She did. She's just like, oh, you're not going to let me get what I want? I got the recordings. I'll play it.
Well, the thing is, when I was thinking about that earlier, I was like, how many times did he have to do that for her to even get the tape recorder to put it in the bed?
Yeah.
She knew about him, you know, messing around before that.
So
because how else?
That's a good point.
You know, how else are you going to sit there and just, I need to tape record the inside of that bed?
That's a good point. Did she
Like,
switch, or did she just happen to take the opportunity?
Yeah. She knew about it.
The documentary makes it seem like she might have been a better person beforehand, but you do make a good point. It could have been a calculated move going, hey man, I want my own zoo from Africa.
Oh my God. She's the definition of points at it, gets it.
And I wish I were joking. This lady goes to Africa and goes, these are beautiful animals. I love these animals. I must have them. She buys animals like she went on Amazon. Comes back home, clears out an island, relocates, forces 254 families to relocate.
Yeah.
So that she can have zebras and giraffes.
I'm sure the other species on that island were not happy.
They weren't. Or the people.
When she talks about it, there's so much disregard for the families that live on that island.
Yeah. But then what's her excuse?
She's like, it's only a couple families that I can tell them what to do.
Yeah.
A couple families equals 254 families that lost everything.
Yeah.
Their homes, their lives, their belongings were relocated forcibly elsewhere.
And she again does this because she's a mother. I don't know how that fits, but that's what she says.
She's a mother to the country, and she's bringing beautiful things. And that's how you care for things, is by having beautiful things. So once again, the theme of she doesn't want to be poor anymore. She wants having things to her means that, I don't know, love, care. I don't understand.
Or maybe like it's because she was abandoned. So then her with motherhood is abandonment. She's like, okay, that's what my mom did, so I'm going to do the same thing, you know? She's like, that's what moms do. And just carried out to the Philippines, and a lot of people suffered, and it's really sad. I think what's really funny is when she starts talking about, like, the palace being built, and she's like, these are my volunteers. They all volunteered to be here.
Every time she builds something, and she apparently loves to build stuff and make things pretty, she does harp a lot on these are volunteers. I don't think they were volunteers. I think they were forced to work for free.
Not good.
We're not talking about a super rich country. We're seeing people, you know, you see clips of people, they're not doing well.
No.
Yeah.
You know, some people look malnourished, and she's walking around bringing zebras and giraffes from another country.
Yeah.
After one safari.
Instead of helping find food for her people. I mean, how many people could she have fed with the money that she used to ship one giraffe?
Yeah.
Not only that, they had to bribe the people in charge in Africa to let them do it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that would have been pretty easy for them, you know, especially when they went over to the U.S. and were just buying buildings.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing. They bought buildings.
All over the world.
All over the world. They also skated the law, and they didn't, you know, some of the buildings were under Imelda's name, and other buildings were under actors' names, friends' names. George Hamilton.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I think
Yeah.
if they had like 1 ounce of, humility to them and just a care in the world, they would have definitely helped their people out quite a bit. The amount of money that they used to buy the buildings, to buy the safaris, to buy
The dresses.
Yeah, the dresses, the shoes, the paintings.
The 3,000 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
Very nicely
3,000
organized
pairs.
shoes.
Okay, and then she's walking around going, yes, it's a joke. They call me shoe lady.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not a joke. It's you just wasted money on 3,000 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
So
And
many
I think,
shoes.
like when they're, driving around and looking at all the people and everything else like that, it's like, you guys could have solved all of this and you could have made the presidency and everything else like that stand out, but you choose not to. And everybody else over there does the same thing. When the other leaders took charge and stuff like that, there was a slight increase or decrease, but it's not something that, changed the face of the country, so it's just depressing to see those people in such lavish surroundings. And then everybody else around them is just poor, like outside of the palace, there was poor people laying on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get into the political side of things a little bit later, but lots of stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's being investigated and they're looking for items that she took. She basically, they got booted. She got booted out of the Philippines for a little bit. I mean, she's back now, so it's all good. But she got booted.
Diamonds in the diapers.
And she's hiding. She took jewelry. She hid jewelry in a diaper box when she fled. She took items, paintings, and different things of value with her. But let's be honest, I think there was a disconnect in her head about what she owned and what the government owned. So the family was accused or did use government funds to fund their lavish lifestyle, which means in reality, a lot of those items she did not own.
No.
Yeah.
It basically is owed to the people of the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. Especially
it's
since
government money.
Yeah, it was aid that the U.S. sent over to them too.
Also, aid from other countries instead of using it to feed the people. They're buying Picassos or shoes or bulletproof bras or dresses
that you don't take
made with silver thread.
Very depressing.
Mm-hmm.
It's hurtful.
And it's confusing to watch because it's very obvious that these people are not okay. And she just she will not, probably refuses to connect the dots.
Yeah.
She's like, this is everybody else's fault. And I'm like, bruh, you were the one in power. What do you mean? Come on. It's really not that hard to understand. But
they do touch on the investigation, and she tries to make herself look like the victim.
Sure.
I'm a frail older lady. I don't know why they're coming after me. I made things beautiful and I'm everybody's mother. I have cared for the people. All these problems I did not cause. My husband is dead. He's been dead for 30 years. I still visit him weekly.
No, not the
cry for me.
Embalmed husband.
Yeah.
In a glass
box. That was the creepiest.
I think they finally did bury him near the end.
Near the end.
But he was in a glass box for about 30 years.
Like Snow White.
Oh.
But all these items they bought, and just to show how shady the family is, there's clips where she's bragging about her Picasso. She's bragging about Leonardo, Michelangelo, all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She's bragging about all of them. And she's showing all these paintings. Then there's a clip where the paintings are gone. There's replaced by photos. And you hear an investigator talk about how they've hidden the paintings that they're trying to reclaim and get the money back to the government. And there's proof right there in the documentary. I mean, you can sit there and say, well, we don't know what's going on. There's proof right there. In less than 5 minutes, you see proof.
Yeah. And when they see, some cameras and stuff like that, they kind of bust out the fine china, as it were. They like start to show off all their stuff, and they're real proud of everything and blah, 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 blah. But I'm pretty sure as soon as they left, they switched out all the paintings. They put up all the pictures, and, this is how it normally looks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all the items in that house, though, were valuable. And, I mean, of course, the paintings way more, but they were slowly chipping away at the things that she owned.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, they did end up reclaiming about, $3 to $4
$4
billion.
Yeah.
Dollars.
It's $4 billion.
But it was, as we will get into, a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because it was eventually handed back over to them, from what I understand.
Oh, this documentary. Oh, my God.
This was as we said, a little bit of a heavy one. There's a lot of ground to cover, and we're not going to get to everything.
No.
But I highly recommend it. I guess right there we'll take a break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about politics a little bit.
Yay!
Yay.
Don't hate us.
Yay!
All right.
This is Wilson wishing my mother and my mother-in-law a happy Mother's Day, and to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Hey Mom, it's Natty. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. You're lit, stay lit, and have a great day.
Hi, this is Daphne, and I would like to send a shout out to my mom, Hilda. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being the best and making every day brighter. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in our audience from Get Docked.
Right, welcome back, and now we will get into the politics
Yay!
of the Philippines that we in reality know nothing about. But this documentary said it's not great.
Yeah, so all of our knowledge is mostly from this documentary and a little bit of research.
Don't hate us.
Yeah.
From what I understand, the politics there are very corrupt. The Marcos family had a stronghold for a long time. Once Daddy Marcos died, Ferdinand Marcos passed away, they started to lose a little bit of power. Once martial law was over, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, we need to talk about the martial law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were not happy and were speaking up against the Marcos.
Yeah.
Marcos family needed to gain their power back, so they declared martial law to, be the mother of the people, to take care of the people, take care of the country. During martial law, there were a lot of atrocities committed. Enemies of the quote-unquote state were tortured.
Yeah. And I think with the start of it was just the elections that didn't quite go the way they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And instead of just, accepting
What the people wanted, they basically just rigged it, and they didn't really hide it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that were aware of what was going on, and even the ballot counters got up and walked out because they knew that this was, complete garbage. So, with them trying to hoard all the power and not accepting defeat at all, they just installed martial law, and whoever was in the way, well,
they got relocated.
Yeah, to heaven.
Yeah. To heaven, for sure. Or just tortured.
Yeah, tortured.
And we're not talking about military buff guys being tortured. We're talking about teachers,
Yeah.
civilians,
Young
Joe
girls.
Schmo,
Yeah.
as it were, there
And
being tortured. And the accounts are horrific. You hear from the people who were tortured, who were spied on, who were outed as enemies of the state. And they were outed as enemies of the state because they were trying to teach and, I guess, impart knowledge onto the people.
Yeah.
So They knew what was actually going on. You have a teacher, give her account that she was tortured, molested, physically abused by her students.
Yeah.
Her students were people planted in her class as spies.
And even after all of that, they would still come back and be like, hey, can you
still teach
me
us history?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So last week you're being molested and tortured by this kid in your class. And the next week he comes back, hey man, it was just business. Can you teach me more about that history that I'm not supposed to know about?
Hey, nothing personal. Nothing personal.
How do you come back from that? This lady was super strong. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I don't think that I could either, but I don't think she even really had a choice.
No.
So, I mean, what was interesting was the bridge that I don't remember what it's called right now. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So there was a bridge that Ferdinand got, or it was built for Imelda, and it was like supposed to be symbolic of their love, but I guess they were the only real fans of that bridge. But it was also an element of torture in the sense of this thing that they would make people do where they would make them lay between two beds and have their body suspended in air, and they would have to try to hold their body up, and then when they would fall they would have to go back up. But doing that was the same name as the bridge, which is kind of wild because that's a symbol of love and torture. So it's just all just messed up in parallels.
The symbolism is pretty gross.
It's
Symbolism.
It's strange, man.
Were they trying to hide anything? It was.
You see, you got to break down the layers.
It was, forget symbolism. It was like a picture book. It's like a Denny's menu. This is it.
As long as it's not an Arby's.
Or Hardee's.
Or Hardee's.
Call back.
I'll get there.
So we have there's also another lady who recounts being tortured. She's blindfolded and she's being held down by the arms and legs. She doesn't know how many people and what they're going to do and what they're doing. And they're basically, all she knows is what she feels. She's blindfolded. All of a sudden she's being molested. They showed a picture of her around the time that it would have happened. She was super young. I don't know how old she would have been.
Yeah.
Because she's obviously older now, but she's recounting this tale about how she was so powerless. And when it was all said and done, even though she had just undergone so much torture, she couldn't move. And it wasn't because she was hurt. It was because mentally she could not fathom that a human being could commit those crimes against another human being in general, much less her. It was a tough, I believe, we were joking around at the beginning of the documentary, 3,000 shoes. And then we got to that part. We were silent.
Oh, for sure. It's just like
complete silence. I could not hear anybody breathing. At one point I looked around, was like, are we still alive?
I mean, the turn though that it took in the documentary, it's like I just thought it was really interesting, and it's kind of smart to like paint this like older lady who's
she's so frail. I'm your mother.
I'm the mom.
Luke, I'm your mother.
I'm the mother who will have 3,000 people killed for no reason. But that's what being a mother is. Like that's what's crazy. Because like even the people that were getting shot, not even just tortured, like half of them, or not half of them, they were all like random civilians too. Like what really qualified what you got? Like it's just so strange. Because
if you spoke badly, you're done.
Yeah.
If you got annoying enough to make enough noise to change one person's opinion, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Aquino.
Oh.
Ninoy Aquino.
No.
My apologies for not saying the name correctly. He was another politician who was super vocal against the Marcos family. And he got his, man, for speaking up. he wanted equality. He wanted to spread the wealth. He talked about how they were taking money, using it for their own devices and not taking care of the country. Part of declaring martial law was a way to also get to this man. We all heard fake news. It's not new here. Fake news happens all over the world. And that's basically somebody called fake news, and he's an enemy of the state. And this man was arrested,
Sent to prison
for years. And how shady are they? Well, man has a heart attack. They send him to the U.S. for a little while, and then he's supposed to come back to the Philippines and go back into the prison system. I forget which place.
Yeah.
I had to read that because I had to look it up.
Was he coming back to the prison system?
I read somewhere that he was supposed to be transferred somewhere, but but the documentary made it seem that he was coming back to live to the Philippines. So I'm not really super clear on the details because what I read and what I saw are two different things.
Yeah.
But the outcome was the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see him on a plane, someone's filming him, and he's like, this is going to happen real quick. And you're not quite sure what's going to happen. Like, I'm going to get off this plane. It can happen 3 to 4 minutes. I may survive this. I may not. And you realize, oh, he means he's going back to the Philippines and he's not sure he's going to survive.
Yeah.
He literally steps off the plane, and 10 seconds later, the man is already dead.
He's just down.
He was shot immediately upon leaving the plane.
Yeah. To the surprise of nobody.
To the surprise of nobody except for Mama Marcos, who's, I
she
don't
was like,
understand
what?
how that could have happened.
How do people think that I could be
I
involved?
don't. Oh,
Me?
no. The mother of dragons. How could I have done it?
What?
And, you know, that's kind of the funny thing about it. Like, even he knew it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, have your cameras ready. It's going to
Yeah.
happen in 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm
He
just
just was wrong about the timeline.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And it made it look like only 2 people got off that plane.
Yeah.
It was somebody in front of him and him.
I feel sorry for that
And
guy.
Yeah,
the
same.
other guy also got shot. But I'm like, if you know you're going to die, wouldn't you send like 50 people out in front of you? Or wear a bulletproof bra vest?
Well, I mean,
It's like-
I think at that point, he already knew he was going to die, you know, when he was, before he even got on the plane to get back to the Philippines. You know, he knew he wasn't going to make it.
So
out of
you
there.
think he made his peace with being a martyr?
Well, like when he was being interviewed by the reporter, he said that, what was it? He was saying something about like the fact that I'm coming back home for my people, you know, that should be, you know, that's a win just to come back and everything else like that. Anything else after that is a bonus. He knew he was going to die.
I mean, but it's interesting because he was living it up in the U.S. for like, 3 years?
Yeah. But he knew he was going to have to come back and, you know, face the music, you know. I'm pretty sure he was hoping it would be under better circumstances. even going to prison would have been, but I mean, he probably wouldn't have lasted in prison either. So
Yeah.
Prison would be a little less showy way to murder him off.
Yeah.
You can blame another prisoner, but to just step off the plane, pow, pow, you're done.
And then to act surprised about it. I don't know. Her reaction, though. The worried eyebrows, man, they killed me every time.
Well,
no.
did she claim at some point, I told him not to come back? What do you mean you told him not to come
Yeah.
back? Like,
I mean, because I feel like,
and we glossed, we didn't even mention this. They had a history. They had dated prior to her,
yeah.
Mary Marcos.
And she visited him
So-
after the surgery.
Yeah, that's true. But it was hinted that, you know, at one point she was very upset because she assumed that he would have her back and never speak badly about the Marcos family. And she was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very personal for her.
Oh, yeah.
And when he passed away, Marcos was already dead, correct?
Yeah.
Was he?
I honestly don't remember that.
No,
No,
that
he
was
was
the
still
March
alive.
life. So he was still alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was still alive.
But he
was
was sick because his
oh, yeah.
kidney was not.
So I'm trying to think, like,
Oh,
was
it
it?
was rejecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the kidney
And
transplant.
Imelda was in charge, though. People have met. So later on, Marcos is sick. He had some sort of health issues, had kidney transplant. And it was hinted that the military general and Imelda were running the country.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So who ordered the hit? If he was not of sound mind,
I mean,
if he was not of sound mind and couldn't make decisions for the country,
I think you know the answer.
I mean,
I'm not saying it. I value my life.
Next on the agenda.
you can make your assumption.
If you're from the Philippines, enlighten us. We have a Facebook page. Send us a DM. Explain.
We know the truth.
We may not know all of the truth, but we know that something's fishy here. Something's not right. So we've got politics, we've got martial law, we've got 3,000 shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll take another little pause and come back.
Yeah.
And go on to the next portion of this documentary of sadness.
So bad.
I guess
denial. Sadness and denial.
Nepotism. And buzzwords for 2023. Nepotism. We'll be back.
Thank you so much for tuning into our podcast today. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and gained valuable insights. Now we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, questions, or topic suggestions by reaching out to us on Facebook or via email at getdocpodcast@gmail.com. Remember, your voice matters, so let's continue this dialogue together. Thank you for listening. We can't wait to connect with you. And now on to the conclusion of The Kingmaker.
And welcome back to Get Docked, a very special episode about politics and sadness.
Yay.
Hey,
sad.
we're trying to uplift you now after crying for the last two segments.
It's uplifting.
The other theme in the documentary is political dynasties.
Yeah.
We've had our own here in the States. We had the Bushes, the Kennedys. There's more than that, I'm sure, but those are the two big ones you always hear about lately.
Yeah.
Philippines is no different. Marcos family is a dynasty, a political dynasty.
Yeah.
Nepotism, maybe.
Well,
Cough.
There's not really a maybe on that one.
They definitely use their money and power to keep the family in line,
Yeah.
in power, the children, the children's children. So the last part of the documentary, you do see the introduction of Bong Bong or Ferdinand Marcos Jr. He goes by Bong Bong, and that's, I think, how we will refer to him.
Yeah.
Bong Bong runs for vice president. So from what I understood, in the Philippines, you don't run as a team.
You don't. Yeah.
You run separately. You run for president or you run for vice president. There's no team. Like here in the States, Camilla and Biden ran as one.
Yeah.
There it's, I'm running for vice president. You're running for president. Good luck. We'll see whoever lands at the finish line, which makes for not a lot of teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bong Bong is running for vice president.
He's trying to get that redemption back for his family because they're not in power anymore.
His mother wants him to run for president,
Yeah.
but he's trying to take the long way and prove himself.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah. They're trying to ease their way
Back
in.
Mr. First Class.
I mean, which kind of is interesting because, she has to be hip to a little bit of what she did.
Yeah.
If she's just we need to slowly.
But does she understand?
Yeah.
No.
But I think she there's a little bit more that I think she knows that she pretends that she doesn't.
Well, she does admit that playing stupid is one of her advantages.
That's true. She's like, if you're a woman, it's kind of good to be
people don't
underestimated.
take you
seriously.
so you can get away with telling people.
I mean, she has to know something if she has that huge room full of files of different cases in different countries.
Oh yeah. If you have some time and want
house?
to, if you have some time and want to go down a rabbit hole, look up all the cases filed against her.
Oh, it's so many.
Thousands.
Just so many papers.
And so many different types of cases.
Yeah.
But apparently she was found not guilty.
And some of them. I mean,
she doesn't acknowledge the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
She was just found not guilty. Did you hear her say she was guilty or anything? You weren't watching. She said, I am not guilty, and has that newspaper article framed. However, they still booted me out, but not guilty. I won.
Yeah. But
She has it even framed.
It's
Yeah,
There's
she
a
does.
poster that says
not guilty. She took that on the plane out.
Oh yeah. And the fact that she has an entire house dedicated to all of her
Not guiltiness.
court cases
Yes.
and
Court cases.
filings and an entire house that holds all this stuff.
They take a tour and you just see boxes and things labeled.
Mm-hmm.
And she brought them in all herself
She did.
Yes.
with her
She-
strong.
She
hand.
made the paper. She made the ink.
Yeah,
she loaded the
did.
ink into
Oh
pens.
my-
She's the
or
mother
the
of the
printer.
printer.
She's like, yeah, I organized all of this.
The
I'm
mother
like,
of the printer.
oh yeah, sure.
Mhm.
But it's like, I mean, she still has some that are ongoing because, like, the guy that
Oh,
was,
I'm sure they're going to be
Yeah.
ongoing
Going
after
for-
she's passed on.
for a
Mhm.
very long time. Bong Bong's going to have to deal with it.
Because they had to make their triumphant return to the Philippines.
Yeah. So,
So before we spoil it,
yeah.
so Bong Bong's running for vice presidency. He's running up against, had to look it up, Lina Robredo.
Yeah, Lena.
Lina. She wins, but then the opposing party's guy wins presidency.
Yeah.
Duerte.
Mhm.
Duerte pretended to be one of the poor people, one of the general citizens. I don't come from money. I don't have ties. Vote for me. I will look after
Mhm.
you. And then in a turn that you can see from a mile away, he has connections to the Marcos family.
Yeah.
Shocker.
What? He lied?
Duterte lied.
You
I-
can't lie in
I can't-
politics.
I
That's
can't-
not a thing.
Yeah, you're
Fake
not
news.
allowed. No one lies, man.
So he has ties to Marcos family. They mentioned that basically all the investigations and money that was recovered is slowly being given back or was being given back
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
Marcos family. That poor man, the investigator, who was working on the case all these years, recovering billions of dollars,
Yeah,
quote
most of
unquote,
his life.
stolen,
Yeah.
his career is now on the line because, well, the Marcos family is getting their money back, and now they're accusing him of stealing government money. What? And he has to flee to the United States
Yeah.
Shocker.
They reverse
because
that,
if he
man.
doesn't leave, he may be killed or his family may face the consequences of him just doing his job.
Yeah.
Fancy that. Could you imagine? Oh my God, you sent an email to the wrong place. Now we're coming after your family. I can't imagine.
Or you send it to the right place and we're coming after your family. You're doing your job, but
Yeah.
we don't like how well you're doing it because it's
You call it the right place. I say wrong.
I don't know that their family. Oh, gosh, the Marcoses are they're wild. Like even Bong Bong goes, yeah, my mother, she's the best politician I've ever seen. I'm like,
Why
bruh.
would you vote for that?
I was just like, sir, you are also very delusional. I don't know.
They're super out of touch.
Oh, yeah. And you could definitely tell that even the amount of time that Bon Bon's going to be in there. And then what is it? His son?
Well, we haven't even gotten to that yet.
Oh, yeah.
it's
We're just talking about the vice president run, which he loses.
Yeah, he loses.
He loses.
He
Duerte
lost.
gives back money.
Yep.
Duerte's pulling strings. He's slowly getting rid of people who are against the Marcos family.
That's true. Yeah.
Then updates.
Updates.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Updates.
I'm sorry, how was that sound effect again?
bloop, 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 bloop,
Just
bloop.
making sure I got it.
Slow motion. Blue, 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 blue. Update. So we have Bong Bong ran recently for the presidency. He didn't get the vice presidency, but he continued to move forward with his political career, and he is now the president of the Philippines.
Grinded. He worked for it.
The
Yeah.
Marcos family is back in power. What does that mean? I don't know. Because apparently when he ran, he didn't make any promises, kind of ignored the debates, didn't tell anybody what he was going to do with this, which that's shady, man.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even talk about foreign policy. I don't know what's been going on. I've been living in my little COVID cave.
Well, also with him coming into power, they also mentioned that his son
His son is
His
is
son
a representative now,
is
too.
now also a
the House of
representative.
So,
Representatives.
yeah, this is going to be a continuation of
So
the
even
line.
if Bong Bong leaves, because I believe now martial law is over, we're
Yeah.
having democratic elections. I read, and if
Air
it's wrong,
quotes.
my apologies. From what I understand, it's a 6-year term,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and you cannot serve, once you've served 4 years, you can't serve again. So you can finish out your 6-year term.
Mm-hmm.
But if something happens that you only serve 4, you're done.
Yeah.
So in theory, this is it for Marcos Jr.
I mean, yeah, I doubt
This is
it.
it for Bong Bong in terms of the presidency.
Yeah.
Will he be something else in the government? Probably.
I mean, you have Bong Bong, who's the president, his sister, who's a senator, his son, who's in the House of Representatives, and I think
with the facts.
yeah, and then you
Yeah.
have his nephew also, I think,
Yeah,
in
he
politics.
just popped in. so-
Everyone meet our new researcher.
Yeah.
Nat.
Oh.
You have been promoted.
Oh no, thank you. I mean, they just rule the world. They're over there just
Well, I think honestly, the way that things went over there, that the amount of pressure that they're able to push within a small amount of time, if they wanted to redo their constitution, they could redo their constitution and be like, okay, well, we're not going to have
They
any more
got their
terms.
$3 or $4 billion back. Of course, they can
Yeah.
rewrite a document.
Yeah,
What are you-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
kindergarten.
but that's what
Hello,
I'm
that's
saying.
a Tuesday.
But that's what I'm saying. Just the term limits,
Oh.
they can just
oh,
go
that's so true.
yeah, they can be like,
That
there
is
are no
true.
more term limits.
Yeah.
We are the Philippines.
That's true. I mean, you saw when they were showing the classroom, and then all the kids were supposed to give their opinion on the Marcoses.
Yeah, good.
They're like, oh, they were great. They were
Oh,
awesome.
they were talking about
Yeah.
martial law like it was a
Oh,
gift
Marshall-
from above.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! I was just like,
They
ugh.
don't know anything about the people who were killed.
No.
They don't know. They're rewriting the history books. They don't know about people getting molested, physically abused, murdered, thrown in jail. I mean, there was a group of people, they were throwing people in jail. And then the officers, there's a story that they talk about where the officers just got tired of throwing people in jail and were like, just murder this group. We're
Oh,
done
yeah.
today. What?
That's
Well,
wild.
The victors are the ones who write the history books. So, if you
That's-
win, no matter how you win, you're still going to be the one who tells the story.
I
So-
mean, you're the only one left.
Exactly. So, the fact that they have their entire family line in politics, she's already determined that she is the mother of the Philippines. So what's even stopping them from saying there's no more presidencies, there's no more voting? We are, the Philippines. It's, and thinking that, because Bon Bon isn't really that young, but
Yes,
he's
he
also
is
not
not.
really that old either. So
I
No.
think he's what is he?
if he wanted to
60 now?
stay in power, he could, just redo some stuff and that's it.
He was voted in 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we got a few more years to wait and see how this plays out.
And we already know how their political opponents get treated. So
Oh yeah.
what's
They-
to stop them from, just taking the whole country?
Bong Bong is 65.
65.
It's not like they hid it.
I guess Bong Bong number 3, the third, needs to start having some kids
Needs to
because
start prepping.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, why do you need proof? Or it's sad that the history books are written in a way that serves them, but it's also just go to the island with the zebras. They're inbred. That's enough proof.
We did not mention that earlier. So an
Yeah.
update on the islands.
Yeah.
When the zebras and
Giraffes.
were shipped over to
Oh.
Calcutta.
The island. There's this island.
Calumet or
Safari-
something like that.
I think you got it.
Calumet.
Safari Island.
Yeah.
They were dropped there. The zookeeper, quote unquote, safari
Yeah.
keeper says, I was just giving these animals with no manual. Well, animals don't come with manuals. The animals are not doing well.
Yeah.
They have parasites that can't be treated.
Mhm.
There are injuries. There's a lot of inbreeding because there's no one there to keep track of the breeding.
Yeah.
They specifically said the sons of the mothers grow up and then procreate
Yeah.
with their mothers,
Sons and
daughters and fathers,
fathers.
and it's a lot of
Confused.
inbreeding. You now have short-necked giraffes.
Giraffes. Yeah.
striped giraffes.
Eventually, I swear it's gonna get there, man.
Yeah,
Well,
we're eventually going to get some polka dotted zebras at some point out of this.
And I think that's kind of just the force that they display in politics is also what they're inflicting on nature itself. Dropping a invasive species into an island that was already inhabited by people that basically had
With
to
no
adapt.
natural predators.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
no natural
yeah.
predators. And they don't have any kind of immunities to whatever's there. So that's why those hookworms are doing so much damage because these species aren't used to that kind of stuff.
That's true.
So they can't be killed off. They're inbreeding, and they don't, they're dropped off in a place to have no defenses.
And the people that are
inbreeding
left
or mutations, because let's be honest, you see shots of giraffes, spreading their legs so that they can reach to the floor to eat plants because they don't have the vegetation that they're used to.
Yeah, I'm sure that since their diet has changed also, that also inflicts damage on, how they interact with each other. Because they're not able to eat the same type of, I guess, brush, trees, stuff like that.
Everything's completely different.
And the people that are left there, they just don't like these animals.
The people were relocated. And then once the Marcos fell out of power for a while, those people relocated back to reclaim their homes and are now having to live with these animals there.
Yeah.
And they're eating their vegetation. Like all their crops are being eaten by the zebras, and they're just like, we don't like these animals, guys. Like, they don't belong here.
Them back.
Please.
At this point, you can't take them back. They've bred.
No, yeah.
Those new inbred animals are not going to survive in Africa either.
No.
They're going to get picked on.
They like chocolate pudding. You know what? Just use them as a food source. They're not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
Give them another 2 generations and they're gonna not be recognizable.
For sure.
It's all around sad over here.
It really is. I don't know if there's any type of like good thing you can really pull other than like she had a lot of shoes.
Other than pay attention to history or else it will repeat itself.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it remains to be seen if it will repeat itself. I haven't looked up to see what the current state is and what is going on.
I'm willing to bet money that it's probably the same as it was before.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of poverty
with
to
the
clean up.
Marcos controlling probably the media at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Are we really going to know until a few years down the line?
There's going to be, as far as following history, some horrible stuff is going to have to happen for things to change.
Yeah. That's true.
Again?
Again and again.
Because when things revolted, the first thing they did was martial law. And in order for things to change over there, because everybody's so entrapped into that family and they have their hooks in everything, the education, the politics, the movement of all the people. And this isn't going to be something that gets uprooted so easily because there was spies in the classroom. There's spies that are your neighbors. This is a nation that is fully controlled.
Could you imagine being a teacher and
and that's
little Joey in the front row is a spy?
Or you're a student. Can you imagine? It's just like, hey, bro, what's up? And then you're like, yo, what are you doing? You're a spy?
Well, in some of these countries, your neighbor is going to spy on you. Yeah. Because they have an obligation, to double check what you like in Cuba. All your furniture and stuff like that is owned by the government. So your neighbor can keep track of what you have in your house. So if you're moving something else or you're trying to sell something, they're like, oh, what you doing? Oh, you're selling. Okay. And then later on, somebody can come by and knock on your door. You don't own anything. You are borrowing it from the government. This is a completely different mindset. So your neighbor can tell on you. Your, family members that are on a waiting list for, they're only able to get milk, eggs, and stuff like that on the first month, the first day of the month. You get a voucher. Everything is completely different. If you're going to be starting a revolution, it's a little bit more dicey than just like, hey, let's hand out these flyers and we're going to be so cool and we're going to try to overtake the government. No, you're going to get killed like a million times before you're even able to get the proper people, the right people to help you with a revolution.
The way that they ran them out the first time was when they all just like rushed into their palace. Yeah. And that was so many people. They were just too overwhelmed to deal with that. And then they fled. But I don't know if that's going to happen again, especially with how much they're controlling the history and everything like that. And I don't know, man. I wish the Filipino people the best because they didn't ask for this mess, man.
Yeah.
And the Marcoses, man, y'all need to do some soul searching or something. You should read, eat, pray, love. Do something different.
Soul.
Be better. Watch Walter. Please.
I guess that concludes this last bit of Get Docked. We'll try to find a more uplifting documentary for episode 4.
I'm still rooting for the drafts.
If you're sad, rewatch Walter Mercado.
Yes.
Mucho, mucho.
Yeah.
Mucho amor.
We need a little bit of that right now.
Oh, geez, yeah.
All right. So The Kingmaker on Showtime. Would you watch it again?
I would definitely watch it again to hate watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd wait a little bit, but I'd watch it again eventually.
I think I need to do some research so that I can really understand the history.
Yeah.
But there were some powerful interviews there. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
All right. From Wilson, Nat, and me.
Get docked.
Get docked. Dare to be docked.
Dare to be docked.
So docky.
Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.
And with my spirit and character of mothering, I want to mother not only the Philippines but the world.